Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Let's see, what do we have going on here today? And I have to tell you, I'm so excited. I'm not going to be doing any readings for 2 days, I think. So this is my last one of today. And then I will be with family for a couple days. And I'm in a pretty good mood about that. I love doing readings, but I haven't had a day off in a while, so I'm excited. All right, so our card today is the Fool. Love this energy. Definitely today, love it even more than usual. We have all of these, kind of Halloween, Day of the Dead. Somebody mentioned All Saints Day is coming up. And I know somebody told me how to say it, and I'm gonna, I always call it, how do you say, I always call it Samhain, but yes, somebody told me, and I forget what they said. I know they said maybe the H is silent, Samhain. I don't know. I'm sorry. If you know me, if you watch my readings before, you know I mispronounce a lot of things. I'm not good at pronouncing, but I should have looked on Google and did a little pronunciation. But even when I do that, sometimes they're so different from video to, they have those little like YouTube videos where how to pronounce something, and they vary on there too. So anyways, one that comes to mind that I think is so funny is my husband and I going back and forth about is it or air on the side of caution. Air on the side of caution or. And I know it's, air, but we looked it up and there were ones that said So, it just is silly. Okay, so let's begin. Let's look at these. We have the Fool. We have that Fool energy. We have, it looks like a donkey, or I would say donkey. It doesn't look like a horse so much. We have a donkey. We have somebody kind of standing upon the donkey. We have somebody standing behind the donkey. It looks like somebody maybe is about to get kicked by that thing. So the first message I have coming through here is have your fun, enjoy yourself, but be mindful. Do not get kicked in the butt by, the things that you choose to be doing right now. Okay. So, just be mindful, everything in moderation. Right. And so, beyond that, we have, now when we turn it this way, this one's really beautiful to me because I see musical notes, and I see somebody here wearing a dress. It looks like they have a wing, they have their arm out, almost like they're reaching out or they are conducting this music. We have a flame right here, and it looks like either coming from a fire or some kind of some kind of like pyre type thing. And then over here we have a person who is maybe wearing a dress or a robe, and they are holding a flame in their hand. And so I have this feeling of letting go, going to the music, whatever that means to you. Literally going out and seeing some music, maybe going to a club, go dancing, whatever kind of thing you like to do, whatever kind of music you like to listen to. Or, if you're like me, I love to listen to lots of music, but I like it at home. I like to listen to it loud I got headphones recently. I haven't had headphones in a long time. But I got some headphones and I've been listening to music in my headphones so I can have it up really loud, and just enjoying dancing in my own kitchen, listening while I'm cleaning the house and that kind of thing. But whatever it is, ultimately, it is letting yourself feel spirit through that music, through the enjoyment, that jovial kind of ecstatic energy, letting go of some of your inhibitions, the stress, letting it kind of just pour out of you. That angelic kind of guardian angel energy really pushing you towards taking a break, doing something other than your normal routine, okay? Not getting lost in it necessarily. I'm not saying like abandon all your responsibilities, but I do think that this is a good and important time for you to release some of that pent up energy. Get in there. In your Taurus, you all are just very drawn to beautiful things, very drawn to the arts, very drawn to music. Probably having a pretty interesting, a particular taste, or you're very eclectic or whatever, but you know what you like, and you have the ability to go out and find it. And so I think that, put down what you've been doing, take a little break, go do some fun things, okay? And I feel like we have a person here as well. And this is in that emotional but also spiritual zone, the metaphysical zone. And I feel that there is this energy of being with somebody that makes you feel like you can be yourself. That you can also talk about some of your difficult feelings, kind of pour out all of that, that pent up ball of stress that's like in your chest, that kind of almost sad feeling that we just kind of hold there. We walk around day in and day out just trying to ignore it so we can get through the minutes of our day and not get behind and do the things we have to do. And, if you think about it too much, you might start crying. But you have certain people in your life that maybe you don't see all the time. But when you do, you can have a real conversation with them about how you're feeling. There's a safety there. And I feel like this is going to be something important, maybe a reunion coming soon, okay, with this person. And I think, as you loosen up in this musical merriment, we have also a butterfly here, transmuting some of that stress, letting it go, getting rid of some of those blockages. Then you will be ready to really share what's been going on. How are you really feeling? What's beneath all of this? Having like kind of a little therapy session with somebody you love, okay? And then we have the person who's holding the flame. And that is important to me. Looking at that, I think that this is really a time where your vitality is kind of forged, right? I feel like there is a sense of things feeling a little bit depleted, run down, very busy, or, not busy enough, maybe just feeling like there's some failure within it all, or perceived failure, not sure which direction to go in. And so I feel like this series of events is going to lead back to that flame becoming quite large, really get it going, roaring even. And so I feel like you will begin to feel more like yourself, like you have that confidence back, like you're ready to really face the world and the challenges that are, kind of in your life and in everybody's life, and keep moving forward and kind of doing the dang old thing, right? And this is almost like, and I don't want to say vacation, because when I think of a vacation, I'm just even more tired. Every time I come back from anything, I've never really been, since I was a kid anyways, been on a vacation, but any kind of little break, even like the one I'm going to be having for a couple of days here, so tiring. I come back even more tired, but we need to have them, right? We need to go do things that are a little different. Be with the people that we care about. Listen to the music that makes us move, makes us dance. And, I feel like that's where all that sustenance comes from, is these moments where we can let loose a little bit. Now we have, it looks like a person maybe wearing a dress or some kind of robe, but they look like they are kind of running, and beneath them, it almost looks like, I want to say that I'm seeing the moon here. I almost feel like they're kind of running across the moon. And so, as I see that, I really think that, well, there is a turn towards this night side. There really is this turn towards not daydreaming, but almost having visions, right? Seeing things that you wonder, oh, was that really there? Kind of, peering into that aether, into that place of that kind of shifts and morphs, and you can see the ancient histories and the forevers in there. And I feel that there's this very kind of fluid feeling of enchanting, kind of getting. And if you think, in the old mystery schools, when they would do their mystery plays, and these were kind of almost, if you think of like immersive theater, kind of, the initiates would go in there, they would maybe they think maybe they were drinking some kind of beer or wine or whatever, some kind of intoxicant, maybe even some kind of hallucinogenic. And so they would begin with like taking these sacraments, right? And then there would be rhythmic music. And the rhythmic music alters the brain, right? Your consciousness. And this happens truly with or without intoxicants. But this would be another level of kind of really changing the energy of the room or the cave. Often they would meet in these kind of subterranean corridors and caves, and the flickering of the flames and the candle lights and things to the rhythmic music. It was probably really kind of warm in there as well. And all of these kinds of feelings together would really alter you into a place of being quite open to, receiving the message that they were going to play out then. Then they would do whatever mystery play that they were partaking in, depending on the cult. It varied. But this is why we have age-old festivals. This is why we have dancing and drinking and eating and, lots of people coming together and revelry and, these feelings of being connected to those who you don't even know, even just for a moment. And the funny thing, if you've ever been to a concert or a festival or anything like this, or even a play, whatever it is, as soon as the lights come on, the music goes down, You can think of this at a bar too. Have you ever been at the bar at close? You've made it to close and the lights come on. It's like a dissipation of that energy, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting to behold. It just, that enchantment kind of lifts itself out of the thing going on. And so I really feel you getting to this place. And I'm not listen, if you've listened to my readings, I am in recovery for substance abuse. I'm not advocating anybody to go out and drink and party and do that or whatever. But you're your own person, so do what is right for you. But I do feel like you will, and you should, find a way to recreate some kind of almost hypnotic, enchanted state. Go dancing. Go worrying around like a dervish. Go to somewhere that has an essence. Maybe go to mass. Go to a religious ceremony. There's a lot of festivals going on right now in the northern hemisphere. I don't know about the southern hemisphere, but we're coming up on, Halloween, a lot of harvest festivals, a lot of different things. Now, most of them, if you're going during the day, these are like family oriented things and they're fun. But there's also like a lot of, even just going to like a haunted house. That's not exactly the same. It's enchantment though, right? Living on the brink of terror, all those jump scares and long windy corridors of, things, creepy things and spider webs and whatever. Go and do something interesting like this. And I'll share with you, what am I going to do? Mine's a little different, but to get out of the zone of this reality, I'm going to go to an escape room. It's going to be the second time I've done one. We didn't do, as a family, my husband had never done one either until recently. And this is our second one. And I'm super excited. It's going to be like a train mystery or something. It's like some kind of train thing. And so I meant like a whodunit, I think, on a train or whatever. And that I'm so into one of my favorite movies is The Murder on the Orient Express. I love that. I love the iterations, all of them, but the old one. I think they did a remake of it recently even. I haven't seen that one, but I know there's a TV series of it, and then the old, I don't know, from the 70s or whatever. That one's my favorite. But then there's another one, Gosford Park, and that's a mansion one. But I love those whodunits, and my husband never watched anything like Downton Abbey or anything. And then I got him into that some years ago when we were dating. And so now he's like into those kinds of like PBS shows and stuff. And then I got him into the whodunits as well. I even have like all these like anthologies of whodunit stories I can't wait to start reading them to my daughter and stuff. But it's just, I love the genre, so I'm super excited. And that's gonna be my little enchantment away from reality this weekend. So let's see. Now we also have, it looks like, I'm gonna say this is the Princess of Swords. We have a Princess of Swords energy, and it looks like it equals, and then I see two dolphins. So how do these come together? So we have the prince, somebody who is very intellectually driven, cares a lot about the things they believe in. Okay, they're very maybe like socially aware. They're into social justice, maybe, whatever kind of movements they believe in, maybe their belief systems, whatever. that kind of energy. And young. So they're not, they still really have a love and concern there. Now with the dolphins, psychic, 100% psychic, right? So I really feel like, maybe this is you, really, Taurus. And I feel like this has to do with like spirituality and creativity. Okay, so I really feel like getting into a place where something you really care about. Okay, something you love. And I think this could even be like maybe going to like a band you really love or care about, or going to like an art exhibit, or maybe you have a favorite painting at a museum you like to visit, or something, a favorite place to walk, but somewhere that makes you kind of dwell in the impression of that passion that you have. Okay, and if maybe you don't understand what I mean, I don't know, but there are certain places I go, and it's not just nostalgic memory, it's not deja vu, but they activate parts of my memory or my spiritual zones that I become very immersed in the impressions I get from this belief or care that I have. And I'll maybe give you an example. There is a place that we go sometimes to hike, and it has a series of boundary stones that look very much like Hermas. Hermas were statues often with Mercury or Hermes on as just a head, and then the body would be more of the kind of column or whatever. And there'd sometimes be like a phallic symbol in the front. But these were crossroad. They would be at crossroads. And even when like a place would be sieged or, just demolished by a foreign army, these would be left. These statues, okay, and they were very sacred. And so anyways, we go to this place to hike, and there are these boundary stones, and they are pillars, and actually, what is the word, obelisks? They're obelisks, and but they're small ones, and they remind me of this. And when I go there, I feel this potent immersion in a series of dreams I've had about these Hermas, right? And it's almost like I can taste and smell it. It is, I have visual things that come up, imagery that comes up. And so when I know I need to do this mercurial work, this is the place I go. It activates it. I know it does. It will every time. And so, there's somewhere you need to go, something you need to see that's going to put you in that place, and it's going to activate that really psychic quality. Now we have the air and we have the water energy, okay? So if you can think of a place that has the very airy energy and the very watery, maybe emotional and psychic, but also intellectual, okay? Something that really... So if you know what that is, I want to know. Let me know, okay? But ultimately, also, we have that full energy. Take advantage of letting go of the inhibitions and go dance, have some fun, and weave it all together, because then you are truly a magic maker. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop where it feels right. We have voice. Okay. Yeah, this one's howling. Maybe this is the voice of a singer. Maybe you're a singer. I don't know. But I think that through this, there's going to be that kind of psychic happening, finding some kind of deeper inner voice for yourself. This is going to realign you in such a way that you will be moving forward into creative endeavors. I always like to talk about the creativity, you know that. So yeah, I do think though that's where we're going. And listen, every Taurus I've ever met is super creative. Just a matter of getting the motivation to do it, right? All right, so Taurus, I'm going to say thank you very much for spending this time with me. It is always such a pleasure. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. And as you know, the algorithm decides everything about everything. So we like to give it the engagement that it wants. And these are things like liking the video, sharing the readings on other social media platforms, watching the readings from the beginning to the end. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read all of them. They mean a lot to me. I love all of you so much, and I love hearing from you. So anyways, I'm off to my couple days off, and thank you. Thank you for getting through this one with me. I know I'm like very excitable right now. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.